Travis Fadler here, Fidelity Local 6. We're in West Plains, Missouri today. Joining me is Todd Shanks, Marketing and Tourism Director here. And today we have going on the Old Time Music Ozark Heritage Festival. This is 20th year. Todd, tell us a little bit about this event.
Well, it's basically, Travis, it's 2 days of fun. Like you mentioned, it's our 20th anniversary, and it's kind of a way for us to celebrate our local, authentic Ozark Highlands experience. We started about 20 years ago, just so that we can give credit to some of our wonderful local performers that we have here in town and in the area, and it's just grown to the point where what you see now. We have pretty much live music all day long. We have artisans and demonstrations going on. We have tons of crafts, vendors, tons of food, old-time games for kids. So it's really a lot to do for a lot of different ages.
The music is going to kick off at about noon, and I believe we've got about 30 bands on the bill.
About 30 bands this year, yeah, and we've got two stages. We've got one main stage just south of the Civic Center. We've got a second stage up here on the Courthouse Square.
Okay.
And the second stage is more for the young, up-and-coming performers.
Okay.
As we like to say, they're our future main stage performers. And then our main stage is for our headliners. And tonight, we're really excited. We've got a sister act called Shell. They're nationally known. In fact, they've been picked up by ABC before on some of their shows. So we're thrilled to have them. We expect big crowds tonight.
We've got banjos, we've got mandolins, we've got guitars, we've got 3-4 part harmonies going on, plenty of food, great times. We're going to go talk to some more people here. Fidelity Local 6. Todd, thank you very much for joining us.
And I just want to say, this is a completely free event, so there's no admission at all.
You can't beat that. It's a great time. Folks are already out here having fun. Come on out. I'm checking out this fine piece of work here. It's a nice guitar, custom made by this luthier here. Luthier, is that how it's pronounced?
That is correct.
Okay, and your name, sir, is?
Cecil Carroll.
Cecil Carroll is here at the Old Time Ozark Heritage Music Festival, and he's got some custom-made guitars that you have built yourself. Tell me a little bit about your guitars and how long have you been building them?
I built my first guitar in 1976 and really got into it after we retired in 2004. I built a dedicated shop building, and that's what I do to stay out of my wife's hair.
Now, what does it take to build a guitar such as this? It's an acoustic, obviously. What is your specialty? Do you just stick with dreadnought acoustics, or do you build all kinds of different stuff?
I build all kinds. This is a dreadnought body. Right behind you here is based on the O.M. Martin body style.
Okay.
And the one on the end is a old style triple aught with the longer body.
Okay.
I just sold an old style that I finished last week.
Very good.
Folks that own the music store over in Ava came over and hauled it off.
They saw it, they liked it, they walked home with it.
For their son.
Do you have any choice woods that you like to work with?
These are all local woods. This particular instrument here is made out of Osage orange.
Oh, wow.
The tree was pushed over when they widened the right-of-way for Galloway Park, north of town.
Really?
And a friend of mine lives out there, and I went out to look at some large walnut, and this tree was there. I picked out a couple of nice walnut trees, and by the time I got a hold of the folks downtown, and we got back out there, they were gone. But this hedge was there. Okay. And I'd heard that it was a good tone wood, and the folks that told me that.
Sounds good to me.
It's a great tone wood. It rivals the rosewoods that are just higher than a cat's back.
Sounds good.
But This is a nice quality wood. It makes a beautiful instrument. I really, really enjoy it.
And I like the feel of the neck. This one has a little bit more of a wider neck on it, but this thing is really smooth. It looks like you got a few pieces in there, different types of wood, but seems to play great. It sounds really nice and fat. And I'm wondering, is this all the guitars you brought for today? Because you might not have any more left here in the next hour or so.
That's all I've got, and if they haul them all off, it's okay with me.
Is there any way folks nearby can contact you if they have a question, so they want a custom build guitar, a phone number, or any website?
You betcha. You can find us at ozarkluthiers.com, or the phone number is area code 417-257-0197.
All right, well, thanks for talking with us, and keep on picking.
You betcha.
What are you wearing here? What would you call this? Is this
something very hot?
a little hot in there, is it? Getting a little swampy on a hot day like this, but we're under the shade. You're doing all right.
Now, this would be the traditional clothes like the mountain men would have wore back in the 1840s in the rendezvous days.
Mm-hmm.
So they're basically cotton. They're natural fibers. They're not the polyesters and so on. So.
It breathes a little bit, I guess.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, I bet you'll lose about 10 degrees, maybe 20 if you lose the coon skin cap, but that's entirely up to you.
I have no hair up there anymore. Okay, this is an Atlatl. It was the forerunner to the bow and arrow. These date back probably about 30,000 years, where the bow's about 6. And what it is, it's a long dart. You really can't call it a spear. It's too small. Mm-hmm. And this is the Atlatl itself. And
okay, I'll step back.
Okay, well, I'm not going to throw it anyway. Too many people. But you take this, and there is a hole in the end of the dart, and you place that in. You grab it like this, and then you would throw it.
Just slinging. That thing goes, shooting.
Yeah, these here, I can throw one about 75 yards.
Oh, wow.
Accuracy, 10 to 15.
Okay.
But you can get very accurate with them with practice.
Not safe in a big crowd of people, but you get on a little land and some room to toss that thing around. I bet that'd be a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, and it is. These here are legal to hunt with in the state of Missouri, and there's been several deer already killed with Atlatls in the last 3 or 4 years.
I'm wondering, is there any Atlatl clubs or people that kind of get together and?
Absolutely. Missouri has a Missouri Atlatl Association, and then you also have the World Atlatl Association, and they have competitions called ISAC, International Standard Accuracy Contest, and you throw at 15 and 20 meters, and they're a lot of fun, whether you just practice with them, compete with them, or hunt. They're a lot of fun.
That's great. Learn something new. You learn something new every day, so get on out here to the festival and see what you can find out. Writing my next novel here at the Old Time Music Festival. I feel like Bob Dylan. I think he still uses one of these old contraptions to write his albums. It's got a good tactile feel to it. I kind of like it. I might have to get me one of these.
Way down in jail on my knees. On his knees. I'm way down in jail on my knees. On his knees. I'm way down in jail on my knees. That ain't gonna be pretty this. But if he be on them cornbread beans.
Would you mind if we sampled your fine root beer?
Sure.
All right. Toss one up. Oh, I will give you my honest opinion. Ah! Terrible. Just kidding. No, that is absolutely fantastic root beer. I would drink that all day long. I would put that over a nice scoop of vanilla ice cream.
It makes the best root beer floats because it has no carbonation to it.
Yeah, it's got that nice.
So it's not going to fizz up and foam out of your cup.
I would pour that on my cereal in the morning if I ran out of milk. It's very good.
That's a first.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is a beautiful booth you have here, and we got people waiting. They see us hanging out and talking to you, too. We appreciate you joining us today. And where are you going to be at next? You're probably going to be at another festival coming up real soon, right?
Yeah, we'll be in Republic, Missouri next Friday night doing their fireworks display. Saturday, we'll be in Neosho, Missouri doing their fireworks. And on the 4th of July, we'll be in Pittsburgh, Kansas doing their 4th of July.
I'm here with Matt, and it's his first time here at this festival, as it is ours. Fidelity Local 6 out here hanging out and just scoping out what's going on here today. You're out of St. Louis.
Absolutely.
What brought you out to this festival today?
Some friends of mine from West Plains told me about it. Googled it. Old time music, squirrel pot pie.
we'll get to that squirrel pot pie.
Anthony Bourdain.
Tell me.
Some stuff going on down here.
Tell me about this after we make some gourmet food. Old-timey music. There's some argument of what old-time music is. Sometimes people say, well, you just got to have a banjo and a mandolin. But what is your take on that? Do you have one?
I don't. But I'll make one up.
Go for it.
Yeah, old-timey music is just music that people played in their homes on their porches. I don't think that it's limited to a certain region or style. I think you had old-time music in the South and the Northeast all over. So I think it's just music that's from the heart, from the home.
From the homeland of America, stuff that they were playing years and years ago, no matter what they had, really.
Right.
If they had playing the little gut bass, banging on some pans, stomping the feet, I guess at that time is really just whatever you had to play some music. If it was just a 4-part harmony in the whole family, then that's old-timey music too. You can't rule that out.
Everybody in the neighborhood probably would get together, play music, cook food, raise a barn. That's what they did back then. They was raising barns.
Do you play music?
Heck no. I listen to a lot of it.
And you stomp your feet.
And I stomp my feet. I clap my hands out of rhythm. Look real awkward when I dance, but I dance. So.
Same here. Okay, hey. There's some food going on around. Have you had a chance to try out any of the local old-timey cuisine?
Yeah, you heard me. Squirrel pot pie. Yeah. A rodent in a pie. Rodent pie, I think.
Possum?
I had some groundhog, which is a larger squirrel, I think. It's the way they describe it.
Really? Are you being serious?
Oh, yeah. It was groundhog, what's the, like a Creole rice sausage dish? What do they call that?
Jambalaya.
There you go.
Hey.
Groundhog.
Interesting. I did see there's a little class workshop going on about how to properly prepare squirrel. So I know there's a lot of different types of foods.
She is killing it. She is cooking it outside in this heat. She's got the best pie crust I've had ever.
Wow.
It's redonkulous.
You got the family out here today, I see.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Lots of generous people with free ice water.
Yes.
And
yes.
this guy, what is he doing?
And music. We've got.
Unbelievable. He's don't drop it. Wow.
I'm not sure who we have up, but they got a
He's got some
dancer doing the jig, and they're sounding great. Plenty more bands coming up. Get out to the festival. Matt, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure.